My name isn't important anymore.
What matters is what I saw, and why I'll never step foot inside a crematory again.
For most of my adult life, I worked with heat. Not metaphorical heat, real industrial heat. I spent nearly 3 decades maintaining commercial furnaces, pressure systems, and thermal equipment for manufacturing plants across the Midwest. If it ran hot, I understood it. If it failed, I could tell you why. That's why, when I took a job as a crematory technician at a regional memorial facility in northern Illinois after early retirement, I felt confident. This wasn't mystical work to me. It was mechanical, controlled combustion. Timers, temperatures, airflow, documentation. Nothing supernatural. At least that's what I believed. The facility was located on the outskirts of town, surrounded by warehouses and long stretches of empty road. A single-story concrete building, no windows in the main operation area, 2 cremation chambers, 1 processing room, a small office with a coffee machine that barely worked. I worked nights, midnight to 8 a.m., because fewer services were scheduled, and management preferred experienced operators during unattended hours. Nights were quiet, peaceful even. Just the hum of ventilation fans and the steady roar of burners doing what physics demanded they do. Until the night everything went wrong. It was early January, bitter cold. The kind that makes metal groan and ice snap under your boots. I had 4 cases scheduled, all routine, all properly documented. The 3rd cremation of the night arrived around 2:10 a.m. Elderly male, natural causes. Hospital death, no family present. I verified paperwork. Checked identification tags, followed procedure. Nothing out of the ordinary. I initiated the burn cycle at 1,650 degrees Fahrenheit. The chamber ignited smoothly. Flame patterns normal. Airflow stable. The system logged everything automatically. I turned back to my desk. Then I heard it, not a scream. Not a noise, a sound shaped like intention. A low exhale, almost a sigh, coming from behind me. I froze. The ventilation system was steady. No pressure changes, no alarms. I stood and approached the observation window. Inside the chamber, the body was fully engaged in the burn. Tissue breaking down. Clothing long gone. And then the jaw moved. Not collapsing, not loosening. Moving, opening, closing, slowly. Deliberately. I stepped back so hard I nearly tripped. I've seen heat-induced movement. Any technician has. Tendons contract, limbs shift, fingers curl. This wasn't that. This was rhythm. I checked the temperature gauge, 1,480 degrees. I told myself it was stress, fatigue, long hours. I looked again. The jaw stopped. I exhaled. And then the chest rose. Expanded, as if drawing breath. I shut the chamber down. Emergency stop, fuel cut, airflow reduction. My hands shook as I called my supervisor. He laughed it off. "You've been doing too many doubles," he said. "Bodies do weird things under heat." I wanted to believe him. I restarted the cycle. I shouldn't have. At 1,570 degrees, I heard my name. Not shouted, not whispered, spoken. Clear, calm, familiar. I don't remember dropping the clipboard, but it hit the floor. I didn't look into the chamber again. I sat with my back to it until the cycle completed. I finished the job, logged everything as normal. That was my first mistake. Over the next month, it happened again. Different bodies, different nights, always after 2 a.m. Always when the temperature passed 1,500 degrees. Movement, sound, intent. One night, a hand pressed against the inside of the chamber door. Another time, fingers tapped the hearth in a repeating pattern. Tap, tap, pause, tap. I reviewed maintenance records, equipment inspections, sensor calibrations. Everything was perfect. Then I checked old operator logs. Most entries were clean, but scattered across years, small notes. Unusual motion observed. Probable heat anomaly. Visual disturbance during cycle. Different technicians, different handwriting. Same chamber. I reached out to one former operator who had quit abruptly years earlier. She didn't want to talk. When she finally did, she said only one thing. They know when they're burning. I resigned the next week. I told management I was done with night work, that my health couldn't take it. They didn't argue. Apparently I wasn't the first. Months passed. I found a new job. Quiet work, daylight hours. But sleep never came easy. Because once you've seen something defy the rules of biology and physics, you can't unsee it. I don't know what I witnessed. I don't know if it was consciousness, memory, reflex, or something else entirely. All I know is this. Fire does not erase everything, and some things linger far longer than they should. Sometimes late at night I check the clock. 2:10 a.m., 2:30 a.m., 2:43 a.m. And I wonder who's standing alone in that building now, watching, listening, trying not to understand.